Hey everybody, Jeff here. Sunday, August 14th. Quick update on a couple of items. Air compressor, got it hooked up, ran it through the 30-minute break-in process. Everything seems to be good. Started on the plumbing. I've got a few things I need to pick up, and still need to get my list completed of piping so I can go ahead and plumb in everywhere I need to go with that over to the blast machine. Been a long weekend already. We got our son off to college yesterday. I drove for about 8 hours, about 4 hours there, 4 hours back, and I got out in the shop a little late today, but I did make some progress. And I found some unexpected things as well. We talked about the bumper brace brackets, just patching those. The trunk pan had been replaced, but only this center section had been replaced. Which all the other up top and around the sides, all underneath was the old stuff, and the old stuff, the old trunk pan, was underneath the bumper brace brackets. And my plan was to come in and cut back, make a new patch, tie into the new part of the trunk and redo, and it was going to be tough. I was able to get one side. It took me about 4 hours to get this side done. And what I noticed by watching some other videos is a lot of this lip, you can see all that on that side, and it was the same on the passenger side, was missing. So I fabricated a piece. There was a couple of tricky contour bends in there. This area bending up and then over. There's a lip that comes up here, and I just butt welded up here. I've done an initial grind on that. Hadn't really cleaned it up too good, but I went back with, I wasn't sure if it was 18 gauge or 16. I think it was 18. I used 16. No big deal to me. I don't think it'll be a big deal either way, but I was able to get that one in, and I came up with the lip and formed what looks to be pretty close, and there's some more I've got to add on it, and I'll get to that quarter panel. I know that looks pretty rough. I'll get to that in just a second. But the bracket that came off, I talked about trying to salvage these, sandblasting them, but it's pretty far gone. Probably just going to go ahead and order them. I mean, this thing's shot. So, but it looks like the work that I've done so far on this side is going to be pretty good. A lot better than what was there. And found something a little unexpected, which seems to be the theme for this car. While I was in there, I happened to notice, and maybe it'll pick it up, but all along this quarter panel in this area, all this is a patch all the way down, and you can kind of see it there. That quarter's been patched, and it wasn't a very good patch job. Looking at the outside of the car, it looks like they did a pretty good job. Obviously it's full of body filler. They patched it right on this style line, and sorry about it, but they patched that lower quarter along that style line, and I'm sure that's full of mud. So I'm a little bit perturbed, you might say, because I thought I was kind of getting in the short rows as far as this rust repair thing. But now I don't know what to do. I don't know. I really don't want to try to replace an entire quarter. I just don't know what to do. I mean, it's getting to the point where I'm about to lose interest. I mean, it's one thing leads into another thing, leads into another thing, and this back part back here is terrible. This quarter on the driver's side is apparently been there for a while. Doesn't look all that bad until you get underneath. I'm not sure how good that's going to pick up, but that inner panel there is terrible. Kind of like the rest of the car. But you take one step forward and two back, it seems like. So that's what we did today. We got a little patch put in, and we created found some more stuff to do. So I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. It looks okay. The frame rail and everything looks pretty good up underneath. and by bending that the way I did, everything fit down tight on the frame rail. I will come back and drill, and I probably should have done that before. I should have scored that, marked that, and made some plug well holes in that. But again, it's a learning progress, a learning curve. So I got ahead of myself a little with that, but I think it'll work out. I think I can cut some plug weld holes and be okay, hopefully. So I wanted to do a quick update on what I did get done today, and unfortunately I found some more problems. So if anybody's got any comments on what I might need to do with that quarter. Now the quarter, the patch part, it looks good, and the top part of the quarter doesn't look too terribly bad. I mean, I'm thinking about just leaving it, because like I say, I don't want to get into trying to replace that. That's going to be way above my pay grade on this job. So, but it might be best. But I'm kind of looking at the whole picture. You know, it's just going to be a personal car to drive around on Saturday evening or Sunday evening, and, you know, go to town and, you know, take the wife and just ride. It's not going to be something that I plan on trying to sell for profit. It's just going to be a driver car. So, but I don't want it to be something that falls apart 6 months down the road when I'm driving it to town one day. So any suggestions on that? It looks like whoever did it did a fair job. It looks like it's welded about 1 inch above that seam. It wasn't a butt weld. They just overlapped and then mudded that thing together. I don't know what to do really, but I'm open to suggestions, comments as usual. And next thing I'm going to do is tackle this side, try to get all that cut out, bumper brace bracket cut out, and try to get a couple of those ordered on the way, and get those back in. So we're going to leave it at that, and until next time, see ya.